In only 18 months of running my lead generation agency, I've been able to scale it to over $70,000 per month. And yes, there are a lot of factors that contribute to that success, but one of the most important that cannot be overlooked is finding the right niche to go into in the first place. You see, picking the right niche to go into for your lead generation agency is not just random, but I actually use a formula that I'm going to break down in this video, how you can find a niche that suits you, where you can grow your business as quickly as possible. And I'm also going to show you the best niches to start a lead generation agency in 2025. Now, before I give you all of the best niches that I actually recommend you go into, I'm going to give you the framework and the formula that sets apart how you should figure out what market is right for you. This is a 5-step criteria. Let's start breaking it down. The first one is that the company needs to be B2B. So it needs to be business to business, and your client needs to sell to other businesses. For example, if you're trying to do lead generation through cold email and LinkedIn outreach for coaches and consultants, for coaches and people who sell info products, it's just not going to work because the nature of that business is it needs to be inbound. Whereas B2B, a lot of companies, they'll be on the phones, cold calling and reaching out to people via email. These are the type of businesses that you want to be working with. So you need to ensure that the business you're partnering with is a B2B business rather than a B2C, otherwise you will not see success. The second point is you need to be working with businesses that have a bare minimum lifetime value of $10,000. This means that they'll actually see ROI through working with you. For example, if you're working with a business that just sells a SaaS product, $40 a month, then you'd need to sign them hundreds of clients for them to actually see an ROI. Whereas if you're working with businesses that are selling $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 packages, then you don't need to sell that many for them to see the ROI. Honestly, the bigger ticket size you can focus on, the better, because it means you actually have to sign them less clients for them to see an ROI, and it means that their investment is more justified. There's also a part of this which is businesses that are selling stuff for $100,000. They will generally be sitting on more cash as well and be more likely to invest in you. So I highly recommend working with businesses that have large ticket sizes. The third thing you need to focus on is going into markets that have at least 10,000 companies in them right now. So you need your total addressable market, or TAM, to be at least 10,000. The reason being, if you're running a lead generation agency, part of this is just going to be volume of outreach. You're going to sign clients through reaching out to hundreds, if not thousands of people. And if you're picking a market that's really, really specialized in niche and maybe only has 500 companies in total, and you're not going to be able to scale this past maybe $10,000 a month. So pick markets where there's a lot of companies that you can target. It means you can do really high volume outreach. And even if a fraction of these convert, you'll still have enough clients to be making $20,000, $30,000 and maybe $50,000 a month. You can search your market size by asking tools like AI, ChatGPT and Claude, or going on Google Maps, putting in search criteria, see how many results you get back, or even using tools like Clay or Apollo to do so. If it's a B2B business, then I typically recommend looking at Apollo, building a list on there and seeing how big the market size is. If there's not 10,000 companies, then maybe try to add another industry in or look to expand it out ever so slightly. So that might be geographically. For example, if you don't have enough businesses just in the UK, then also target the US and vice versa. The fourth thing to look for when picking your niche for your lead generation agency is a blue ocean market. So a blue ocean market means a market where there's not a ton of competition out there that you're having to deal with. This will make it so much easier for you to sign clients if you operate within a blue ocean market. When I first started my lead generation agency, I picked the right market, which is staffing and recruiting. And back in the day, not that many people were targeting this market. Everyone was going after marketing agency owners and advertising companies. No one was really working with recruiters. This meant that my outreach went honestly 10 times further in the staffing and recruiting market. Now it's far more saturated and there's a lot of players in the market, which makes it more difficult, but there's still blue ocean markets out there that you can target that no one else is targeting. And it means you'll have so much of an easier time signing clients and actually retaining these clients as well, because there's just less noise on the market and less options for your clients. Patrick Bet-David has a great book called Blue Ocean Strategy, and I highly recommend reading this book to give you an understanding of why blue ocean strategy and blue ocean markets are so important. And the fifth and final thing when picking your criteria for a niche to go into with lead generation is you need to have a fundamental understanding of the market. It's no good going into private equity and venture capital if you have no idea how that market works. At the end of the day, if it's your business, you're going to be taking sales calls, you're going to be speaking with clients, and you'll need to deliver. So if you don't know the business inside and out, you're going to have a bit of a hard time. That's why I would always recommend choosing a niche where you have a unique advantage or a unique edge. This will be completely dependent on you, but if you pick the right niche where you actually understand the niche at a decent level, you'll see far more success. So some examples of niches you can go into might look like B2B marketing and advertising, construction, HVAC companies, consulting at high level, private equity, venture capital, staffing, recruitment companies, financial services, legal services, to name a few. Now, that's a long list of markets just to prompt some ideas, but there's 3 that I would highly recommend having a deeper look at for your business, specifically in 2025. And these might sound unusual, but these are the 3 markets that I recommend where I think you'll see most success. The first one is actually commercial cleaning. So I've seen this pop up a few times on LinkedIn, and a lot of people are seeing a lot of success in the markets of commercial cleaning. The reason being, these commercial cleaning companies are signing big contracts with other businesses, and it's a very blue ocean market. There's not many lead generation agencies that are targeting this type of business, meaning you can scale so much quicker and so much further. It ticks all of the boxes. There's a lot of commercial cleaning companies out there. They work with other businesses. They have big ticket sizes, and it's a blue ocean. The second niche that I actually personally would recommend from my own experience is staffing agencies. So not necessarily recruitment, but staffing agencies where they work with contractors and place them into companies. Once again, for the same reasons, there's still not a ton of people targeting staffing agencies specifically because staffing and recruitment are quite different. There's a lot of competition in the recruitment space, but in the staffing space, you'll see that there's less competition and even more of these companies. Staffing companies will have very large contract sizes. They'll be very easy to reach out to. And of course, they sell to other businesses, making it much easier to sell their service. And the third niche I recommend having a look at is actually logistics and B2B trucking and transportation companies. These will have large contracts where they'll have to deliver goods of different businesses, maybe across the states, and they usually involve very big contracts. Once again, this is such a good niche because it's a complete blue ocean market. No one is really targeting these companies. It's going to make your job a hell of a lot easier to actually stand out to these businesses. So there you have it. That's the criteria that I use to actually pick niches to go into for my lead generation business. And there's 3 niches that you should have a look at yourself to see success in 2025. If you're wondering how you can actually start and scale a lead generation business with private help from me, then there'll be a link in my description where you can book a call and we can discuss exactly what that would look like for you. I hope this video has been useful, and I'll see you on the next one.